and got the old jam nozzle or a clogged nozzle. So the first thing I'm going to try and do is see if the old heated out works. Now, I'm not going to sit here and wait the whole time. I know that this doesn't show up very well, but you don't put the actual nozzle in the actual flame. You put it near the flame to get it to heat up. But, yeah, so that's just a votive candle and the brass tip from the 3D printer. Anyhow, I'll film some more once it gets out, if it does. And about, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes after showing the candle doing its job on that nozzle, I know it's hard to see on this, but it is pretty clean. It's now flowing a heck of a lot better. I think it had a partial jam long before I had that clog. I think there must have been actually a little bit of speck of something in there. I'm just printing a part that's going to be a shaft coupler for a stepper motor to my Acme threaded rod. At least I think it's Acme threaded rod. I'll show you that when it's done. But right now I'm just testing it. This is blue PLA. It's a Flash Forge Dreamer PLA that I've had for a while, so I have to use it up. I think it's like, for me, it's a year old, and the fellow who gave it to me, I think he may have even had it for a year. And it's just what's left on the roll. I think there's about 100 grams, maybe 100 or so grams. Anyhow, for those that haven't seen my other video about using my feed rate to control my speeds mid-print, I sliced it at 10 millimeters per second, so when I set it to 150%, it's actually running at 15 millimeters per second for the perimeter, and the fill, I forget the math on that because I think the fill is actually going at 30 millimeters per second when it does that stuff. But print times are much less now. In fact, I can push it much higher than 150, but where I'm just seeing how this prints after having the hot end taken apart and put back together, because I did take it all the way apart. That was an interesting thing. The Teflon that's in the, I guess it's the heat break tube on the inside, it doesn't want to come out. I was going to push it out and have a look at it and check it out, but it just wouldn't come out. I was going to fix something. I was going to fix a little problem that it had. When I put it in there, it was cut flush at the top, so sometimes when you were putting in a new piece of filament, the filament could catch that lip coming in from the Bowden tube when you're reloading new filament, and I couldn't figure out how to clear it, so in fact it had become quite stuck in the heatsink too. So all I could think to do was to put a bit of a drill bit down with a very sharp edge and see if I could put a chamfer on the top of that little Teflon tube or whatever it is in there. It seems to have worked because this blue filament loaded easier than my filaments had loaded in the past. But I guess the real proof in the pudding is how well it flows, and again how easy I can get it back out. But it's been a while since I've had a jam that bad that I had to take the whole hot end apart. And again, that's PLA. Anyhow, I will come back a bit when this part's done. Okay, here we go. Getting to the last layer of the print here, I think. Yeah. We're on layer 99 of 100. Yep. So it shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't be too bad anyways, but hoping this stays in focus. Looks like it was doing a good job. A little bit of drooping on the overhang, but that happened with the other PLAs as well. The top where the nuts and the little screws go. Can't really be helped unless I change the shape, but I think we're looking at, yeah, last layer here. About 20 seconds left, maybe. Move back a little little bit. Having a hard time focusing. There we go. I think it's the blue. It just doesn't want to focus. There we go. Not too bad. So I use 2 top layers. Basically the shell is 2 layers thick, so there's 2 top layers to close it, 2 bottom layers, 20% infill, and anywhere there's a shell it tries to do 2 layers. And I'm going to let that cool off a second because the case is, this is a CD jewel case there. You can see this here. Oop, a little bit of dirt and grime on it, but it's a CD jewel case that keeps this print chamber closed. There's one on the other side. Keeps the air in there warm. This is actually warm to the touch, even though it's been opened here from the bottom of the print bed coming out. So I'm going to let that cool down and pop it out. But anyhow, the nozzle seems to be working good now. And so we'll say clog fixed. And I'll show some more on this part a little bit later, but that'll be another video. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching.